Are you alone? What are your thoughts?
No! Hideaki is a genius. But do you mean it? This show is an absolute work of art. Do you really mean it? This is a masterpiece.
But you're lying.
What was that? What was that? There was so much. There was so much potential, and it came down to nothing. It came down to nothing. It meant nothing.
Do I sense doubt in your love of Hideaki?
No! He's a genius! He's the Stanley Kubrick of anime!
Even Kubrick made Barry Lyndon.
Yes, I admit that Stanley Kubrick made a bad movie! I'm not hiding anything! I'm not hiding anything when it comes to Anno!
Then what do you call this?
Are you denying what you wish to express?
Are you holding in the hatred you wish to express?
Please, God! Someone help me! Someone help me! Please, oh my fucking God!
This had to have a point. Anno always has a point. Even if we, the fans, see it differently, he ought to have done something right in these 2 episodes. That's not what you feel. You hate him for this. You actually acknowledge that this is all Anno's fault. Never. It was Gainax. This is all their fault. They kept cutting the budget. They were the ones that forced Anno and his staff into this corner.
Lies! Stop lying to yourself, and the truth will be revealed.
Admit it, Adam.
Crayon!
Yes! Yes, you're right! Anno, what have you done? Why have you taken your child, Evangelion, and raped it? So much of those episodes, it's nothing but sketches drawn from markers and crayons. Even the script itself was used instead of actual animation. How the fuck can the people who worked on the English language version see these 2 episodes as work of art and the rest of the show is complete garbage? How is this even possible? Is it because of how abstract it is? Is it because they see something that I don't? This isn't 2001: A Space Odyssey! There's a point to the abstractness! This is all budget! Nothing more!
Admit it, Adam.
Anno took these completely complex characters and threw them out the window. I know that the show was falling apart starting with episode 15, but that's what made it so good. Misato was still Misato, Rei was still Rei, Shinji was still Shinji. There was a plot to go with it. I mean, look at the genius of the previous episode. There was weight, everything was coming together, everything was beginning to make sense. Lilith was the key to instrumentality. Gendo fused with Adam. Seele was about to launch their all-out offensive on Nerve. Shinji killed the man he fell in love with, but it's all just dropped.
Admit it, Adam.
Anno, this is your fault. Why did you take your fans and just shoot them right in the head? He never answered anything. Episode 24 was so good. It left a huge cliffhanger. The ending to Lost made more fucking sense than this piece of shit.
Rosebud.
Shut up! Stop making me think of something better than this! Why, Anna? Why? We trusted you! All we got is Shinji screaming about his depression and daddy issues. There isn't even any plot. These 2 entire episodes, there's no plot. How can this be? I love everything about this show. I love the characters. I love the universe. I love Anno's vision.
We all agree that this show is extremely important to the history of anime.
Yes, it holds itself high above all the others in terms of fandoms and debates.
That's why I fell in love with it. There are so many double meanings. You can't view the show only once. You have to go back. You have to view it again to see all the hints throughout the show.
Yet, these 2 episodes void all of those.
All the characters have turned into nothing but husks of what they could have been.
No, I can't say that.
Give in.
Never. Yes, I admit that these feel like fakes. It's like drinking Diet Mountain Dew. It's just not the same. Anno promised so much, yet he delivered nothing. Yes, it is hinted at that this is all taking place because of something outside the characters' minds. Gendo even says to Rei, "It is time to fulfill your purpose." What does that mean? Has Seele began their plan? It's never really explained.
It will never be explained.
There has to be something. This has to mean something. Misato is lonely. We all know this. She misses Kaji. Well, no shit. She's fallen apart because of losing the man she fell in love with. Even in instrumentality, she puts others in front of her. She wishes to just dissolve in the memories of Kaji fucking her brains out and holding her close. Yet because of the apparent instrumentality project commencing, all minds are now one. Shinji sees those memories. Her mother instincts, in essence, takes over, and she yells, "No, don't let Shinji see this side of me," implying either that he is too young to see, well, sex, or is afraid of the person that Shinji will wind up seeing that really is Misato.
But then what happens?
Nothing happens! Not any progression at all. All we see is what we already knew about Misato from episode 15. Nothing progresses. Misato, my favorite character, is left incomplete, lost, unresolved. She is just left to the wind. She simply becomes one of the many unanswered questions that both episodes create. She hates her dad. We see that. We knew that. She loved Kaji. We fucking knew that. She needs Shinji. We fucking knew that too. 15 minutes of our lives are wasted confirming what we, the audience and myself, already knew, and nothing is done about it. There is not a single moment of progression at all. I fucking hate her. Everything about her still sucks. She still only pilots the Eva because she wants to feel the affection of others. That's why she hates Shinji, at least on the outside. He has taken her glory. But we already knew this from episode 22. And what the hell? She is seen inside Eva Unit 02 underneath a lake of some sort. How did this get there? What the fuck happened?
Will Anno explain it?
We know she's worthless. We know she's fallen apart. Stop telling us what we already know. Stop wasting my time. Give me some closure. Make her finally admit to herself that she needs others in her life. Let her grow. Let her become that sympathetic bitch we always wanted. All we get around are questions that never answer themselves. Maybe my purpose of existing is to figure out my purpose of existence. That could make sense, but it's an extremely deep question that one going through depression would ask a lot.
You speak through experience.
Yes! Yes, I do. I struggle with that. And so does every human being on Earth. Did Anno not answer that question because he didn't know the answer himself? Yet we, the fans, were expecting answers. Were we asking too much? Were we asking too much for all the closure? None of this makes any sense. What is your purpose? To pilot the Eva? What next? What comes after she served her usefulness? Will Gendo still love her? Fuck! None of that's ever explained. We get no closure to her at all, and you'd think that it would have been at the top of Anno's mind when Ray 2 said, "I am myself," acknowledging that she is her own being, despite having the synthetic soul of Yui inside herself. Nope. It's all thrown away in nothing but one long-ass mindfuck scene that sole purpose is to complete the show, supposedly, though it's not even getting that accomplished. I know you fear your father, especially after what happened. Could he have killed Kaoru, if not for being reborn? That's a fantastic question. And to be honest, I really don't think he could.
What makes you say that?
Shinji's purpose is to destroy the angels. Or, that's how he sees it. It's the reason he comes back. It's the reason he's still alive. Killing Kaoru was just the final straw. It's handled horribly, but literally the first thing Shinji feels once the apparent instrumentality project begins is his loneliness. Kaoru gave him love in just the previous episode, and Shinji killed him because he turned out to be the supposed enemy. That makes him see Gendo as his enemy again. He's scared of what his father can do. It's not the angels that cause him harm in the previous episode. It's his father. He sees Gendo as being the catalyst for all this. It's all Gendo's fault in Shinji's mind. Something makes him the most important part of instrumentality. Everyone's thoughts are around him saying this. Even the side characters. But why is that? I thought Eva Unit 01 was the reason, not Shinji. So is Shinji in his Eva? We don't know.
Because Anno never explained it.
Yes, for a show that was pretty good at explaining their shit, to just throw everything away and let it crumble apart is just appalling. We literally have no clue as to what the fuck is going on other than through their thoughts and dialogue. All we get is Shinji blabbering questions that don't make any sense in the first place. Even the question raised in episode 25 are never answered or even mentioned in episode 26. All we get is Shinji asking himself, "Who am I?" and concluding that he is himself. What about Seele? What about Nerve? What about his father Gendo? Does Shinji make up with him? Add that to the list of questions that are never to be fucking answered. All we get is the mental images of Gendo smiling standing next to his dead wife Yui. What good does that do other than showing a side of Gendo that Shinji never thought possible? It would have been more effective if there was a purpose behind it.
Because Anno never explained it.
Because Hideki Anno lost his mind.
You're right. Maybe there is. But we have no clue to what that message is or what that purpose is because it's never explained remotely. We get a glimpse of Misato and Ritsuko lying dead on the ground with a bullet wound, but that's it. What happened to them? Was it Seele? I don't know. No, I mean, yes. I mean, I don't know. But what I do know is that Shinji Ikari winds up learning that feeling of self-worth. I don't know. And that is what the series has been striving for this whole time. Shinji realizing that he has a feeling of self-worth. That would have been wonderful if it wasn't just talked about, and that there was some sort of purpose behind it. We have no clue what's going on, or why it matters. The only thing we have to rely on are over-analytical foreshadows in all of the previous episodes.
I thought you'd like that.
You love foreshadowing. What makes this any different?
What makes a difference is that there was many foreshadows to the ending of the show. It was all building up. Symbolism, characters' decisions. Not being able to see it unfold is just underwhelming. It's like Godzilla 2014 multiplied by 600. We got glimpses of him and eventually it paid off with some kick-ass scenes. Here we don't even get any payoff whatsoever. It's just Shinji being surrounded by Evangelion characters all clapping saying, why do I care?
Why do you care, Adam?
I am sane, or as sane as I was before watching the show. But I fell in love with this. I fell in love with the characters. I fell in love with the plot. I fell in love with the Evangelions. I fell in love with the universe. I fell in love with Anno. I fell in love with everything about this show. Everything was just so good. And it came down to this. A dream sequence that asks more questions than answers. It's nothing but one gigantic fuck you ending.
But you love those kinds of endings.
Yes, I do. Hell, you're talking to a guy who thinks the ending to The Mist, the film version, is one of the greatest endings in cinema history. But what is this? It's like it's like if Lord of the Rings ended with Frodo and Sam about to enter Mount Doom and then suddenly Sauron appears and shakes both their hands and said, "I'm good now. No harm done." Nothing is explained. What happened to Ritsuko? What happened to Gendo, Fuyutsuki, Hyuga, Seele? What happened to them? Did they just fucking die? Did they turn into flying spaghetti monsters? I just don't know.
This is why these endings drive you mad.
This is why you will never love Anno like you do Stanley Kubrick.
What's the point of it all? Why did I even do this? Why did I waste so many hours making nothing? For nothing? There's no purpose. There's no purpose to any of this. I'm nothing with this. What's the point? What's the point? What's the point of it all? There's nothing. There's nothing to anything. It's nothing to shit. There's no point to building anything. There's nothing at all. There's nothing at all. It's nothing but shit. It's nothing but a waste of fucking time. Anna, why? Why, Anna, why? Why do you do this, Anna? Oh no!
We know a remote farm in Lincolnshire where Mrs. Buckley lives. Every July, peas grow there. The French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson, inspired by that same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle and, like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated.